All right, y'all. So if you caught our last video, you know that we're making terrific progress on the root cellar. Now that I got those stairs covered, I got the door form in place, and we started again on the courses, it is looking fantastic. But we are gonna start laying courses again. We got a plan to try and make this a little easier, make things go a little quicker. So I'm gonna work on that right now. I've used up all the dirt that was on the bottom of there for the courses. We don't have any more dirt that I can use to put into bags. So everything's gonna have to come from up here. But I have a plan to make this go a little smoother. We'll see how it works out. All right, y'all, so I've been busy prepping dirt. Just digging dirt, adding a little water, breaking up some chunks. This, I think, is 7 wheelbarrowfuls, which I think should get us at least 9 bags, maybe 10. So I think this should be more than enough, but we'll see. Let's sprinkle a little water on top for some good measure. Oh look, the mud daubers are here. The mud daubers are looking for my mud. Well, we got a very special delivery the other day. I can't wait to open it up. Let me show you what's going on. Well, Hovsco has sent us an e-bike. I can't wait. Let's open it up and check it out. Looks like we got some pedals here. Looks like some assembly may be required. Little toolkit to put everything together. This looks like a charger. So all this stuff pretty important. Yuvi is already done with the unboxing. She wants to see the actual bike. All right, well here it is, y'all. Yuvi is already checking it out. I'm gonna take off all this foam, put it together, and we'll test it out. He's got some power. Try it out, Jess. What do you think?
Nice.
That's wild, huh? Jess is up bright and early. We're ready to knock out some bags. I got dirt ready to go. Jess got the bags ready to go. And how are you feeling? You ready to lay some bags? Mm-hmm. All right, it's not even 8 in the morning yet, but the sun's up and it's already heating up. So I say let's get this done ASAP, as quickly as possible. Let's knock this out, then we'll be done for the day. Well, done bagging for the day. There's still always something to do out here. Earth bagging always presents certain types of challenges. So when we were working at the bottom, the dirt was really close, which was nice. But often I had to shovel and mix inside these little tubs over here, which was fine, but oftentimes, you know, you do a couple of bags and then you'd have to make more mixes. So it was kind of challenging that way. But now we sort of run out of dirt down there, so I have to use the dirt up here. But now we got all this big pile of dirt, but then I got to get it down to her with the bags. Oh, and barbed wire. I almost forgot about the barbed wire. I'm glad she didn't forget. Hey, hon. Need help with the barbed wire?
Yeah.
I called her Hun. As short for honey, not short for Attila the Hun. I just hope that was clear. That was clear to you, Jess, right? No one was thinking Attila the Hun until I brought that up. I think there's still sometimes a little bits of confusion here and there about like what bags to use and when to use them. A lot of people wanted to use Hyper Adobe. I get it. If you use Hyper Adobe, you don't have to deal with the barbed wire here. But you really can't build a dome with Hyper Adobe. So if you're not using Hyper Adobe, then maybe Super Adobe is the way to go. your like Cal Earth type tubes. But the problem with super adobe is they still only make it in certain widths. And so that limits the size of the dome you can build. So a lot of people question why we use like individual bags versus super adobe or hyper adobe. Yeah, super adobe and hyper adobe are going to be way easier to build with. But the problem is that to build the size dome we wanted to build, we couldn't use any of those. Well, we couldn't use hyper adobe because we wanted to build a dome, and we couldn't use super adobe because they didn't have the width we need. So the bigger the dome, the wider the bags need to be.
I think that's why with the super adobe, they end up doing like multiple small domes and connecting them together instead of doing a larger dome.
But we're ambitious, we're kind of crazy. So we wanted to build the largest dome possible. See, another great use for the barbed wire is we'll be able to use this to help tie the two walls together.
But one thing I do like about using the bigger bags, you know, the more width you have, the more thermal mass you have.
And that's a really good point that I can't stress enough. A lot of people want to build with earth bags, and they might be using the hyper adobe or the super adobe, and they might be building kind of these like larger square type structures, but you're really not going to be able to take advantage of the thermal mass as much if your walls are thinner.
It might be cheaper to build that way than using lumber and conventional materials. But I think another misconception is people think that it's insulative, and earth really is not. It has the thermal mass, but that just means that it can store heat for longer.
It just regulates those temperatures. It takes longer to heat up and it takes longer to cool down.
But really, like if you want to actually feel that difference, the walls need to be pretty thick.
I mean, even now, the dome is way better of a place to be in than, let's say, the motorhome or the trailer, because those are just metal boxes. It's not good at all. But the dome is still relatively comfortable even in the hottest portions of the day. But it does heat up slowly. I think, what's the max temperatures now you've been seeing, like 87?
But I feel like that's unusual because we've been having like a massive heat wave where it's been days over 100 degrees for weeks, and we don't usually get that. The longer it stays that higher temperature, the more time the dome has to heat up. So we're seeing those temperatures continuing to rise in there.
Jess, you never let them see you sweat.
Am I sweating?
You're glistening.
All right.
Last bag. But honestly, no matter how you build, whether it's whatever type of natural method or conventional method, if a building is just sitting in the heat day after day, triple digit degrees, it's going to get hot. And in fact, I were to venture that I think the dome might be performing even better than just like a conventionally built house sitting out in triple digit days every day, right?
Yeah, I think most houses, even if they are well insulated, it's still going to get hot without the air conditioning.
You want to say anything in your moment of triumph?
Need some water.
Better words have never been spoken. So lots of helpful tips today. See, that's why you got to watch every single episode, because you never know when a knowledge drop is going to happen. We try and put a little bit of knowledge in every episode we do, right? Drop a little knowledge. There's Jess. I would like to specifically point out that she is working on the inside of the dome walls. It's happening. It's happening every day. Jess, what is almost the first thing you do after you get up out of bed?
I put cob on the inside of the dome walls.
And even a little bit every day, and she's making tremendous progress. All right, so they sent us a couple of accessories to go along with it, which I'm very excited about. Nice little additions. You can see this front basket on here, which is very nice. Holds about 22 pounds max, so not a whole lot of weight, but it might be enough. A little rack here in the back. This can hold about 55 pounds. Just a nice couple additions that makes it, I think, a little utilitarian. Gives it, I think, a little bit extra use. You having fun back there? Yuvi. She's hiding behind the tarp. It might still be a little too hot for her. Well, while Jess is cobbing up the inside of the dome, I need to start cobbing the areas of the root cellar. Now we got those bags covered with tarps, but tarps can blow around. Tarps will degrade in the sun, but I want to get a good lasting protection around those bags that we laid because I don't want them disintegrating. So I got a lot of cobbing to do. Jess, of course, has got a lot of cobbing to do. There's a lot of cobbing in our future. Now, I wanted to get this middle section here covered because the tarps on either end really can't reach over here. I want to get this covered ASAP. Finally got a chance to get out here, huh? The post office is several miles away, so I figured it might be a good test to head out over to the post office and try picking up the mail on this thing. What do you think? Should I put it through its paces?
You guys are brave.
Yeah, it's gonna be warm.
Yes. Okay, good luck.
All right, let's see how it goes. All bikes, I guess, bicycles, you know, that not relying on like gas or anything like that.
Right.
But I'll tell you, if you're not one of the most physically fit people, an e-bike can be a great way to get around because you don't have to worry about them hills, and you still get some exercise. Honestly, works out the muscles, get those legs moving, get the blood pumping. If the wind kind of moves the tarps or anything like that, I shouldn't have to worry. Bags are covered with the cob, protected. As soon as you put on a new spot for food, they come for that food, right? No eggs?
No eggs yet.
All right, as you can see, this bike's a little dirty. It's got some scrapes on it already. I've really been trying to put it through its paces. But let me show you quick just some of the features. It's got some really nice brakes. The Zoom disc braking system works very nice. As you can see here, it's got a nice little shifter, so you can go between speeds. It's got a little control pad here where you could turn on your digital display. Control the amount of pedal assist you want, greater or less than, and you got a light right there. You got a battery life display here, your pedal assist number, how fast you're going, the speedometer, and the distance traveled. Keeps track of all that. The display here also Bluetooth connects to your phone, so you can get some of that information right over here, and tells you a lot of that same info that's on the digital display. It's got a really nice suspension, which is fantastic for these dirt and gravel roads we have out here. And that brings me to these big, fat tires, which is nice for these off-roading purposes. And don't forget, it's got a little light for your nighttime traveling. Motor's back here, very powerful. When you're riding it, makes it as smooth as silk. The battery is located right here. This is your charging port. Took me a little while to find that. The cool thing is, it comes with a set of keys, and this becomes removable. So the battery pops off with just a twist of the key, and then I'll turn to this knob right here. The battery's completely removable, and it's got some heft to it. But the cool thing is that when you take it out, probably can't see it right now, maybe I'll show you a little bit later. But it lights up too. This is a little light here that you can utilize. So this is nice. So let's say you don't want to charge up take the whole bike somewhere to charge it up. You can just remove the battery, plug it in somewhere at your convenience, and I think that's a pretty nice addition. So I think this will be cool just for kind of tooling around the property pretty quick. Let's say I need to make it to the gate kind of speedily. So really the only downside to this bike that I can tell is just the weight of it. At a little over 70 pounds, I wouldn't want to take it anywhere where I gotta heft it up a number of like staircases or something like that. But I'll tell you, it has been quite the nice surprise. It is really fun to ride, real easy. I almost look for excuses just to hop on it and take it for a little ride. Now I can make those repairs real quick when Jess needs them. All right, y'all, well, I got it done. Just with the last little bit of light left of the day. So it's always a good feeling to kind of accomplish those goals before nightfall. A lot of mixes, but we got it done. I really wanted to get the bags covered that were most exposed to the sun, and it's looking good.
Getting eaten.
Who's eating your grapes? So let me talk about a few of the things that I really like about this bike. And it's got a really cool feature. It's got a torque sensor on it. So when it senses you need a little help getting things moving, it automatically kicks in, senses what you need, and it gives you that power. So that's really nice. Especially when you're getting started, if you put it on one right away with the pedal assist, you start moving that pedal a little bit, and it gives you that kickoff right from the get-go. That torque sensor, when going up hills, it just makes it an absolute breeze. The battery here is a 40 volt, 20 amp, 960 watt hour battery. It has a lot of juice. The battery is completely removable and has a full LED strip light on one side, which can be super beneficial in case of an emergency. You can see here it has iZoom hydraulic disc brakes, which are very nice. It has a Shimano 7-speed shifter. It's a Class 2 e-bike, but it can be unlocked to level 3, which you can move up to 28 miles an hour on this thing. Very nice. So with a full charge on the battery, you can get 60 to 80 miles on this thing. 60 in just throttle mode, but 80 with pedal assist. And if you need maintenance, Hovsco has partnered with bike shops around the country in case you need any maintenance help. And if you're not crazy about this model, they got a lot of other models to choose from. All right, Jess, you want to take a quick little spin?
Sure.
You think you feel a little more comfortable than the last time? Last time you're just trying out for the first time.
Yeah. Whoa!
A big thank you to Hovsco for sending us that e-bike. Man, that is exciting. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's already got some dirt and scrapes on there already from me riding that thing.
It's kind of a nice thing to have around. I mean, if for some reason we can't use our other vehicles, like that thing, it's supposed to be able to get up to like 30 miles an hour.
Pretty close.
And the other day you went out, what, about 10 miles?
Yeah.
And it was like in 100-degree heat, and you barely broke a sweat. So
Nice.
yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to have something you can travel around with.
But a big thank you to you. I'm always pulling you off dome duty to help me with the root cellar. But we got another course done. Very exciting. We're almost halfway at the height of the wall already. Of course, I'm going to have to take time in between some of these courses to get cob on those bags just to protect everything. You know, now that the roof or the floor of the previous roof of the root cellar was collapsed, now all those bags are exposed. So as much as I can get that covered, the better.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you are interested in perhaps looking at the e-bikes, we're going to leave a link down below where you can check them out. If you use our code down below, I believe you get a discount, and that helps us out if you buy from our link, so we really appreciate it. I can't wait to mod it a little bit and use it for some more utilitarian tasks around here. I'm very excited. All right, y'all, we'll catch you on the next video as we build up on this root cellar. All right, give us a thumbs up and we'll catch you on the next video, y'all.